business of toys has seen continued growth, especially in the MENA region. It's been estimated that 39.4% of the total population is aged 14 and below. In Europe, this figure's 17.7%. In financial terms, in 2008, the world toy market was worth 278 billion dirhams, or around 76.1 billion US dollars. Dubai has become a centre for providing countries in the region with products, and suppliers are always on the lookout for new markets to tap into. Well, let's find out more by bringing in our guests today from Toy Fair Middle East, which is going on at the moment. We have Rajeevbhatia, who is Managing Partner at Emson's Trading, and also we have Peter Bracken, Managing Director of Gulf Greetings. Well, Peter, if I can begin with you on a global scale, what's the standing of the UAE when it comes to toy imports?
Toy imports, UAE is currently a fraction of the market. It runs at less than 5%, but it is growing year on year.
Rajeev, I mean, who are the largest toy producers in the world at the moment?
The largest producer by far is China, and it's impossible for us to replace China as a producer, because the amount of infrastructure that they have as far as people and machinery is concerned, it will take a long time to take the #1 spot from them, if not be impossible.
Peter, what kind of increase have we seen year on year in toy sales in this region?
Year on year it grows anywhere between 10 and 15%. The last 5 years has been quite significant. There's been a lot more presence of toys. The ranges are becoming a lot larger. The retailers are growing, as are the malls. So it is improving year on year.
Now, China's record on safety, making toys, has not been particularly good. How is this being handled by the toy business here?
I think China is the largest producer of toys worldwide. Bad press happens. There has been some difficulties over the years, but they are still the world leaders in producing this. The bodies have become that much more strict on checking the safety of products. The factories have constant visits from authorities now, local authorities in China, to improve the quality.
Rajeev, recent statistics indicate that the birth rates for Saudi Arabia and the UAE are growing annually at a rate of 2.8% and 1.61% respectively, compared to 1.1% in the UK and 1.4% in the US. How is the toy business serving this potential?
Well, we're tapping into the increase in population, but because the core numbers are still small, even though the growth rate is high, it doesn't make that big a difference as far as increase in sales is concerned. But definitely from a lot of the tourist traffic and the growth of the immigrant population, that's helped up to a big extent, besides the birth rate as well.
How will toy imports be affected by the credit crisis, and in what way?
I think during the credit crisis, the toy sales will not be affected that much, especially toys of middle to lower value. The higher end products a little bit for sure, but toy business is the kind of business that won't be affected that much. I guess food stuff will be affected the least, toys after that.
Peter, can I also ask you that same question?
I don't believe that. I think everyone's going to be hit by this crisis, but I believe the toy industry, it's not so much considered as a luxury item. These items are for our children. I believe that the children would be the last point at which parents actually hold back money. So for us, it seems to be a continual trend. We don't seem to be seeing a sharp decline.
Now, Rajeev, I mean, to what extent is Dubai an export or transit point for the toy business?
Well, Dubai definitely is a transit point for all of the GCC, Qatar, Kuwait, Bahrain, Oman. If not for product, at least for coordinating shipments and for taking licenses and stuff like that. Everything's out of Dubai. All the licensor offices are in Dubai, and normally what's happening today is if somebody's taking the distributorship for a product, they won't take it only for the UAE, they'll take it for the GCC and the Middle East, and then they'll appoint distribution or do it themselves in the other markets. So to that extent, Dubai has become the hub, yes.
Now, I've got to ask you this. I mean, what's the most popular toy at the moment in the world, do you think?
Oh, that's a tricky one. The diversity of the toy trade is such that it's very difficult to identify a single toy. It's split into many segments, from educational, to preschool, to boys and girls. There are certain products that were launched in the last few years from people like Mattel, Tickle Me Elmo, which everyone knows and loves. We've had locally here in the Middle East something called the plasma car, which is a wonderful tool for children. But it is a very diverse market, so it'd be difficult to put your finger on it.
And finally, Rajeev, what are your views on the copyright laws here in the UAE? Are they helpful?
Well, compared to maybe 20 years ago, when you would find products infringing on copyright very common in Dubai, but not so much so now. The Dubai municipality is very active, not only to make sure that the quality of the products is good and that they're tested and safe for our children, but also that copyright is being not infringed. If you're a licensee for a major licensor like Disney or Marvel, more often than not, maybe 99% of the time, you'll find that they're making sure that people are not infringing on those copyrights.
Okay, well, we've run out of time. Rajeevbhatia and Peter Bracken, many thanks for coming on Inside Business today.
Thank you very much, Greg. Thanks for the interview. Thanks.
There we are. That's all we have time for on this edition of the programme. If you want to contact Inside Business, you can do so. You can write to us at ib@city7tv.com. But for now, from all of us on this edition of the programme, goodbye. We'll see you again soon.